配信サイトかな。負荷かけないように見れないようになってるの。まあ、オキュラスゴーとか使ってあれしたいけど、よくわかんないな。
The bleak lands are a polarizing place. Huge beacons of blinding light contrast the dark souls of those who reside here. The cathedral that provides hope to so many, marred with bullet holes and laser burn. The friction of nations distilled into a pocket of conflict. The bleak lands are a polarizing place. Huge beacons of blinding light contrast the dark souls of those who reside here. The cathedral that provides hope to so many, marred with bullet holes and laser burn. The friction of nations distilled into a pocket of conflict.
何やれんだ。
A huge tunnel carved through the heart of an asteroid opens out to an imposing vertical space station, surrounded by fragmented.
ああ、ダメなのね。そうですか。50% ぐらいあるな。
The gateway absorbs every particle and molecule from the vacuum around.
Welcome, pilot. Begin systems check. Navigation systems online. Weapons online. Engines online. Magnetic catapult initialized. Launching in 3, 2, 1.
Ghosts from the past have left impressions on this landscape that can teach you valuable lessons. Search out all the collectibles in this space for a substantial reward.
Personal log, Mark 2293. I'm becoming more and more suspect of the operation structure. Suddenly, my clearance is no longer the highest around here. Project is shifting around my feet. A new gateway alignment team came in today, different from the guys we usually use. Trim, finished, and buttoned up.
なんだこの口振りじゃねえけど、ちょっとずつトラッキングずれんな。
The real grafters. I went to introduce myself, and they marched clean past me in the hall, like I didn't even exist.
すげえおつにかさっ
Locked
ぱり。
behind a new secured area on the upper decks. Word is, they're repointing the expressway to a different location, rotating the gateway to a different set of coordinates than on the original schematics. It puts the relative traversal pivot into a vertical position,
なんか気になるな。
degrees off the construction axis.
プチトラッキングがずれてるやつ。
Find out where this thing is pointing and what's going on here. Until then, best keep my head down and my thoughts between me and this recorder.
何これ、カクカクしやがって。
Engineer's personal log, first mark. Our new project began today on the private gate. It's a huge undertaking. Two separate Galente jump gate designs, amalgamated into one mammoth hybrid construction. I had my reservations. It's a challenging build, But the sheer amount of funds behind this thing is staggering. A private consortium has backed this thing to be completed under any circumstances. I've been contracted in to lead the secondary induction point, what will herein be referred to as the nose tube.
わかった。ノートパソコンが邪魔なんだ。
Out here on the fringes, an interesting bit of space. Cold as all hell. The deep blue from the nebula soaks into your bones. Cold temperament leaking out from the planet below. Even in the full face of the sun, it's the bitter frost that burns. Non-specialized equipment flash freezes within seconds. But it's not all bad. The on-site ice asteroid belt will prove an excellent source of materials. And word of some nearby wormhole activity has piqued my interest. Might explain some of the recent function anomalies. I've requested a probe to collect telemetry data. See if we can harness some of its energy. It's going to be a big project. We need all the help we can get. Personal log, Mark 4223. Today, we installed a temporary short-hop transversal jump unit into the core of the gateway shaft. It should facilitate a huge increase in travel time between the nose and tail construction teams. I have no idea how we acquired them. Until now, they've only been used in a military capacity. We used to take pilots into battle faster with other pilots. A trickle-down technology reserved for battle. It's based loosely on the Spectre's heavy fighter class engines, capable of throwing a huge mass across the sky in seconds. In the engineering meeting, my asked where they came from. Who can get a hold of this stuff? The entire room methodically jerked their heads around to face me. The drone at the head of the table narrowed his eyes and returned. It's classified. Barely moved his lips. What kind of cryptic corporate nonsense is that? The room sneered at me. No longer among friends and colleagues. My peers have slowly been replaced. Morning neocom mails, full of retirements and extended leave. Holidays they never return from. As we slowly patch over the gate's yellow framework with a metal skin, it becomes more apparent things are not all as they seem.
なんか口振りっつうか、なんかカクつくんだよな。やっぱ重いのかな。やだ、すげえカクつく。ちょっとなんかカクつくんだよな、ムカつく。メモリ32ギガあってもこれなの。ダメじゃんこれ。モデルでかすぎんね多分。
Engineer's personal log. First mark. Our new project began today on the private gate. It's a huge undertaking. 2 separate Galente jump gate designs, amalgamated into one mammoth hybrid construction. I have my reservations. It's a challenging build. But the sheer amount of funds behind this thing is staggering. A private consortium has backed this thing to be completed under any circumstances. I've been contracted in to lead the secondary induction point, what will herein be referred to as the nose team, the part where all the magic happens. Out here on the fringes, interesting bit of space. Cold as all hell. The deep blue from the nebula soaks into your bones. Cold temperament eking out from the planet below. Even in the full face of the sun, it's the bitter frost that burns. Non-specialized equipment flash freezes within seconds. But it's not all bad. The on-site ice asteroid belt will prove an excellent source of materials. And word of some nearby wormhole activity has piqued my interest. Might explain some of the recent function anomalies. I've requested a probe to collect telemetry data, see if we can harness some of its energy. It's going to be a big project. We need all the help we can get. Personal log, Mark 1344. These icy blue rocks drive the engines of exploration. A rich arcing vein of crystallized frozen gold. Refined extract from the ice belts are harvested and transported. Processed down into fuel that powers the jump drives of New Eden's most formidable ships. It's a great leveler. All corporations, no matter how big, have a continued dependency on an ever-dwindling resource, an obsolete relic of an archaic age, a reliance that we should have surpassed long ago. So much research wasted on war and bloodshed. But that's just my humble opinion. And what do I know? I'm just an engineer. Engineer's personal log. First mark. Our new project began today on the private gate. It's a huge undertaking. 2 separate Galente jump gate designs, amalgamated into one mammoth hybrid construction. I had my reservations. It's a challenging build. But the sheer amount of funds behind this thing is staggering. A private consortium has backed this thing to be completed under any circumstances. I've been contracted in to lead the secondary induction point, what will herein be referred to as the nose team, the part where all the magic happens. Out here on the fringes, interesting bit of space. Cold as all hell. The deep blue from the nebula soaks into your bones. Cold temperament eking out from the planet below. Even in the full face of the sun, it's the bitter frost that burns. Non-specialized equipment flash freezes within seconds. But it's not all bad. The on-site ice asteroid belt will prove an excellent source of materials. And word of some nearby wormhole activity has piqued my interest. Might explain some of the recent function anomalies. I've requested a probe to collect telemetry data, see if we can harness some of its energy. It's going to be a big project. We need all the help we can get. Today, we installed a temporary short-arc transversal jump unit into the core of the gateway shaft. It should facilitate a huge increase in travel time between the nose and tail construction teams. I have no idea how we acquired them. Until now, they've only been used in a military capacity. It used to take pilots into battle faster with other pilots. A trickle-down technology reserved for battle. It's based loosely on the Spectre's heavy fighter class engines, capable of throwing the huge mass across the sky in seconds. In the engineering meeting, I asked where they came from. Who can get a hold of this stuff? The entire room robotically jerked their heads around to face me. The drone at the head of the table narrowed his eyes and returned. It's classified. Engineer's personal log. First mark. Our new project began today on a private gate. It's a huge undertaking. 2 separate Galente jump gate designs, amalgamated into one mammoth hybrid construction. I had my reservations. It's a challenging build, but the sheer amount of funds behind this thing is staggering. A private consortium has backed this thing to be completed under any circumstances. I've been contracted in to lead the secondary induction point, what will herein be referred to as the nose team, the part where all the magic happens. Out here on the fringes, interesting bit of space. Cold as all hell. A deep blue from the nebula soaks into your bones. Cold temperature looking out from the planet below. Even in the full face of it, personal log, Mark 2293. I'm becoming more and more suspect of the operation structure. Suddenly, my clearance is no longer the highest around here. The project is shifting around my feet. A new gateway alignment team came in today, different from the guys we usually use. Trim, finished, and buttoned-up, techie-looking suits. Not a mark on them. Our guys stick out a mile side by side. To real grafters. I went to introduce myself, and they marched clean past me in the hall, like I didn't even exist. Locked behind a new secured area on the upper decks. Word is, they're repointing the expressway to a different location, rotating the gateway to a different set of coordinates than on the original schematics. It puts the relative traversal pivot into a vertical position, 106.4 degrees off the construction axis. I need to do the math on the anchor, find out where this thing is pointing and what's going on here. Till then, best keep my head down and my thoughts between me and this recorder.
ああ、見つけらんない。いや。
The gateway absorbs every particle and molecule from the vacuum around it as it falls into life. The first firing of this thing is going to be something very special to see indeed.
どこサーバーなんだ、なんかすっげえ。俺アカウント変えなきゃな。
Capture and hold the satellite power stations to dominate the battlefield.
Drone deployed. Control point B captured.
Destroyed. 何今の。マイニングレーザー。
Control point A captured. Drone deployed.
またマイニングレーザーかよ。邪魔だよ。
The enemy has captured point A.
なんだこれ。
Ultra online. Drone deployed. The enemy has captured the area.
If you fail this mission, don't bother coming back.
なんかくっつく。配信終わり。